underneath that old oak tree, where our names were carved so deep, in a land where whispers roam free, on the breeze that sang us to sleep. Your scarf had danced a wild red flame against the vast unyielding blue, and life had never stayed the same when under that oak I first kissed you. Oh, the oak tree sank in the riverside, roots washed away by the weeping sky. Our promises hung on a storm's cruel brink. Love slipped through fingers faster than you'd think. Now the cabin stands vacant, stares through windows that frame the setting sun, gravel roads and the dust that shares the tales of the treaded paths we've run. An empty porch, a creaking swing, echoes of laughter, a fading trail. The saddle's empty like the sting of a lonesome whistle, a gone rail. Oh, the oak tree sank in the riverside, roots washed away by the weeping sky. Our dreams just memories of a silent star, haunting emptiness after the dark. There's a whisper on the wind, a call so faint, in the rustle of the leaves, your gentle restraint. I wander these hills with a shadow by my side, the ghost of your touch, where my regrets reside. Oh, the oak tree sank, and with it my heart, in the depths of the river, forever apart. But the roots, they hold the whispers of your name, in the waters that flow, I'll never be the same. Oh, the heartbreak under that old oak tree, where you and the rivers both ran away from me. Out where the oak tree marks our names, carved deep in bark, a heart aflame. Beneath its boughs we swore in vain, in wild lands where the wind speaks and whispers, that old porch where your laughter rang, a melody midst the rustling plains. Now just a shadow under moon's wane, where a cracked frame lingers. Those days of dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Old ghosts walk these empty roads, through whispered pines and forgotten notes. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. The cabin stands on the ridge alone, its windows dark, its warmth unknown. Gravel roads reclaimed by thorn, echoes of our footsteps, now just echoes. That saddle hangs unweathered still, untouched by time against my will. Each dusk I trace the lonely hill where memories like rivers softly. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone, fading trails where we once run. Sunset paints the skies you won, but I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Old ghosts walk these empty roads through whispered pines and forgotten nodes. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. And so I ride beneath the stars, guided by the night's soft scars, learning that love, like life, is sparred by time's ungentle, cruel hands. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone. Each sunset lost, each day is won. In this life where I must roam, I carry your love, my eternal home. The cracked frame lingers, but it's clear. In every whisper I feel you near. A cowboy's heart, lone but sincere, holding to memories I ride on alone. In the shadow of the oak, where wild daisies grow, I heard her laughter mingle with the breeze so low. Underneath that sky, as wide as a dreamer's heart, we carved our names now, just a faded part. Her scarf, a splash of red against the dust, fluttering like a flag, surrender to its trust. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From the saddle to the porch, where empty swings sway, her echo wanders in the dusk where I lost my way. Each sunset drips down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart, and I ride these trails alone. Years peeled away the paint from that old wooden door where laughter used to live. Now silence grips the floor. The path we walk now overtaken, and by the weeds, lost tracks like my heart, choked by unspoken needs. The cabin holds the cold, like the bed keeps the shape of her. Windows stare blank like eyes that remember how we were. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From the saddle to the porch, where empty swings sway, her echo wanders in the dusk where I lost my way. Each sunset drips down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart, and I ride these trails alone. Oh, how the river knows to bend and sigh, holding reflections of a cloudless sky. But in its depths it hides a stone so sharp, just like the pieces of my broken heart. Her voice fell apart like rain through my hands, fading footprints in soft sinking sands, through whiskey dreams and the cold night's embrace. In every shadow I still search her face. Now every star fall reminds me of the start. Her voice fell apart, and so did my heart. Out by the old split rail where the bluebells sleep and oak trees stand scars deep, where hearts once spoke. Beneath its shade our whispered dreams did weep. In the dust of dawn where our love awoke, I wore a grin white as the river's bend, your scarf a-fluttering red against the sky. Promises as endless as the land we'd tend, now just a cracked frame that flew with the July. Oh, my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound over gravel roads where our laughter's drowned. Sunset bleeds like the tears we used to shed underneath the endless aching sky we wed. Came upon that cabin walls now lean, the porch still groans under the weight of ghosts. Once a haven, our secluded evergreen, now it whispers with the solitude it hosts. The saddle sits untouched by time's harsh gale, as if waiting for your gentle hand's return. But the trails we rode together have grown pale, in the silence even bravest fires burn. Oh, my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound over gravel roads where our laughter's drowned. Sunset bleeds like the tears we used to shed underneath the endless aching sky we wed. In the quiet towns where shadows play, I find pieces of you slipping through the fray. A dance, a glance, a smile once shared, lost in the winds like dust unprepared. So my heart rides these winds, a lonesome sound, every sunset a memory as the world spins round. A cracked frame, a fleeting whisper of love once read beneath the boundless aching sky forever we tread. Cracked frame flew with the wind, saddle alone, my heart's forever spent. With the dust I ride into the sunset's glow, where our soul song plays on, and ever will I know. Underneath the oak tree's weathered limb, where the porch swing used to rock in the wind, your scarf tied to the gnarled bark, keeping watch like a lighthouse in the dark. I remember how the dust would dance to the slow sweet tune of our summer romance in that old cabin with its creaking doors, where our shadows stretched across wooden floors. Oh, the porch burns in the setting sun, all the golden years we once walked upon. Now the wind whispers through empty rails, carrying tales of our love grown pale. Years have turned gravel to overgrown grass, and the trails we walk now memories past that swing hang silent, no laughter rings, just the ghost of your giggle and the sadness it brings. The rains came and washed away the footprints we left on the sun-baked clay, and I ride these plains just a shadow alone, searching for a heart that once felt like home. Oh, the porch burns in the fading light, echoes of footsteps disappearing into the night. Now the wind moans through broken seams, stirring the dust of our shattered dreams. by the hearth where our fire once roared so bright. Now only cold ashes remain in the night. Yet in every spark that once flew so high is a star I see when I look to the sky. So the porch burns and I whisper your name, the flames of what was, not the embers to blame. Still the wind carries my lonely sighs underneath these endless starlit skies. The porch burns and so does my heart on this lonesome land where we're worlds apart. Yet hidden every sunset that bleeds and dies is the color of your eyes. Out there where the oak trees mark the boundaries of our past, I found that old saddle, weathered leather, shadows cast. Beneath a sky that stretched as wide as a lonely heart can stand, I trace these gravel roads, soft echoes of your hand. Oh, that saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stowed. This town's a whisper now, where your scarf danced in the breeze. Porch is empty, curtains still, no more secrets to appease. Fields where we once ran, now just wildflowers bending low. Every petal a soft reminder of what I had to let go. That saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stowed. In the quiet of the night, stars bear witness to my sighs. Old ghosts in the wind and the truth that never dies. I'm a shadow in this twilight, just a silhouette unrefined, holding tight to memories like that old saddle I find. Yes, that saddle left behind in the dust of dreams decayed, a monument to moments and the price that love has paid. I ride alone neath timeless skies where my weary heart resides, with a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. Oh, a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. In the shadow of the oak tree, where the river bends and sighs, your laughter hung on the summer breeze, 'neath endless azure skies. We carved our names within the bark, a vow in whispered tones, now just a ghost upon the wind through empty cabins' moans. And smile waits at the porch where we used to sit. The sun dips low, paints your shadow beside it. Every gravel road, every sunset glows, takes me back to you. And smile waits, it knows. Years have worn the saddle where you once sat close to me. Trails grown over dreams like dust, lost to eternity. The scarf you left still smells of rain, of storms we used to chase. Fading trails and twilight's grass, a love I can't replace. And smile waits at the porch where we used to sit. The sun dips low, paints your shadow beside it. Every gravel road, every sunset glows, takes me back to you. And smile waits, it knows. By the crackling fire's light, I see your dancing grace, a solitary figure now in our once cherished space. The whisper of the river is a lonesome serenade. I wonder if you hear it too, across the choices made. So smile waits at the porch where we used to sit. The sun dips low, erases shadows bit by bit on every lonesome road where the cold wind blows. I'll remember you where smile waits and love grows. Yeah, smile waits and my heart it knows. There's a cabin on the ridge where the cottonwoods sigh, where we carved our names under that wide frontier sky. The scarf she left behind on the hook by the door still dances with the wind on that old wooden floor. Each creak sounds like the steps of her boots coming around, but it's just echoes of silence. In the shadows I'm bound. Her goodbye tied down to the oak by the spring, where the waters run clear and the meadowlarks sing. Each sunset bleeds memories over gravel and ground. My heart rides the trails where her laughter once found. Oh, her goodbye tied down like a ghost in my town. In every dust swirl, her spirit spellbound.
The seasons turn their pages, the rains washed away the paths to our dreams where old promises lay. From the porch I watch stars flare where eyes used to shine. There's just the cold whisper of the pines. A lone saddle sits idle where once we'd ride side by side. Now I roam these empty rooms where our love used to reside. Her goodbye tied down to the oak by the spring, where the waters run clear and the meadowlarks sing. Each sunset bleeds memories over gravel and ground. My heart rides the trails where her laughter once found. Oh, her goodbye tied down like a ghost in my town. In every dust swirl, her spirit spellbound. In the stillness of the night I feel her close yet so far, a silhouette against the moon, a whispered sigh from a star. If this land could speak, it'd tell me to find where I belong. But every trail without her feels uncertain and wrong. And her goodbye tied down under skies vast and profound. I wander these lands where our love once was crowned. And as the horizon swallows the sun with a frown, in the heart of this cowboy, her goodbye's tied down. Her goodbye forever tied down.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and sighs softly, we carved our names, young and free in the wild. Her laughter danced, sweet as the evening mild. The oak stood witness to vows softly spoken beneath its boughs. A heart was once unbroken. Oak tree whispers in the dusky twilight. Memories flutter like leaves in the night. Her scarf, a faded red against the bark, in the quiet town where she left her mark. Oh, how the silence speaks in what remains. The oak tree whispers echo in my pains. Years rolled like tumbleweeds through the plains. Her path veered far from these gravel lanes. The porch we built, now old and worn, holds a ghost of the love that I mourn. Where once her laughter filled the summer air, now only echoes meet my solemn stare. Oak tree whispers in the fading light. Memories darken like the coming night. Her scarf, still clinging to dreams gone stark, in the quiet town that hides in the dark. Oh, how the shadows move where we once lay. The oak tree whispers calling me to stay. Oh, the saddle rests on the dusty beam, beside the boots that chased our fleeting dream. The rains have come and washed away the traces, but not the yearning from these empty spaces. Oak tree whispers while the cold wind sweeps through the fields where the old love weeps. Her scarf, a relic of a past so stark, in the quiet town, now forever dark. Oh, how the heart holds tight what it can't replace. The oak tree whispers lost lost in time's embrace. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory, hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the woods is empty as the heartbeat's missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride. They've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the skies send. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as a fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust, both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars, guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go. In the shadow of the oak by the creek where we met, I found your old boots, sun-faded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Old boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam to the days of boots burns. cabin's empty, the fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scarf, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the way to your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in a dusty haze. Oh, boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam, back to the days of boots burns. Under the infinite prairie sky, I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering warm, chasing shadows from a love long torn. Final burns, will the echo ever fade in the rain, or will her whisper in the wind remain the same? Every sunset, a reminder of the love I spurned. In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of boots burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by boots burns. Out where the oak tree shadows weave, along the creek where I told you to leave. The gravel cracked on your boots so worn, there in the dusk of that early morn. Your scarf had danced a farewell in the breeze, left me alone with my memories. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. The porch still creaks, but it's empty now. The door swings loose with a solemn vow. Rain taps on the windows, a sad old tune, under the watch of a cold silver moon. The saddle hangs untouched, it's true, just like the heart you broke into. Lost trail remembers the echo of your laughter. Sunset bleeds like it knows what I'm after. Dust settles where your shadow fell. These winding paths, they sure feel like hell. Every stone, every thorn's an old friend on this lonely ride that never seems to end. What's left of love when the fire burns out? Just ash gray skies and a heart full of drought. But that old pine box where dreams lay to rest keeps you alive, pounding deep in my chest. Lost trail
I would never forget the laughs, the tears, and those sunset regrets. I walk these roads beneath stars overhead, with you my ghost and the words never said. Every step, every sigh's a desperate plea on this lonely trail where you're still with me.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, on a gravel road where our songs belong. The cabin creaks with your laughter's trace, in each corner a whisper in the wind, your face. Barefoot steps on the old porch wood, still hear the echoes where we once stood. Oh, my heart rides the plains with your ghost by my side, under wide western skies where our dreams used to hide. In the dusk your shadow waits, in the silence it creates, and I'm lost in the winds of your barefoot steps, fate. Rivers have swollen with the rains of years, the saddle's worn where we conquered fears. A scarf you left fades under the sun, like the colors of a life that's come undone. The town's too quiet, the streets too bare, each corner moans the emptiness we share. Oh, my heart rides the plains with your ghost by my side, under wide western skies where our dreams used to hide. In the dusk your shadow waits, in the silence it creates, and I'm lost in the winds of your barefoot steps, fate. Trails beneath the stars' eternal glow, letting go yet holding on to the only love I know. As the sun dips low, your memory in soft repose, in the heart of the wind where your barefoot steps froze. Oh, my heart rides the plains, and darling, it seems in every sunset's glow, you're with me in my dreams.
Out where the oak tree shadows lie deep, I found her scarf, faded red, left to keep under that old sky where our dreams used to fly. By the dusty trail where boots closed her eyes, we carved our names in the bark, wild and free, promises whispered soft as the breeze. She laughed under moonlit canvases wide, now nothing but echoes where her laughter once thrived. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails, they like the tears I've denied. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. There's an old porch swing swaying, untouched and alone, like the heart in my chest. It creaks and it moans. Where we used to sit, the world seemed just right. Now it's just shadows stretching long into the night. The gravel roads whisper with each step I tread, speaking of days gone and the love that they bled. Her memory is a ghost town, a story gone cold, in a cabin of silence where truth remain untold. Oh, Boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails they wind like the tears I've denied. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. And I wander these hills like a spirit in flight, chasing shadows and dust from the morning till night. But her whispers a wind I'll never outrun, a part of the land, the moon and the sun. So Boots closed her eyes, and I bid my farewells to the dreams we once chased through these valleys and dales. May the stars hold her softly, may the prairie sing wide, while Boots sleeps beneath them, and I keep the ride. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. Oh, since Boots closed her eyes, my heart never flies, just circles above where our old love lies. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes.
Underneath the shadow of an old oak tree, on a hill where the winds tail so free, I carved our names inside a heart so deep, where the soil held promises we couldn't keep. Oh, lonely hill forgot the lover's vow, only echoes of our whispers now. The sunset bleeds like the tears we wept in the heart of the land where our dreams slept. Years slip by like the rivers flow, old porches creak in the evening's glow. Your scarf still hangs on the rusty hook, a chapter ends without a second look. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, gravel roads and the stories they told, lost in dust and the rain's soft plea, a wandering soul forever to be. Lonely hill forgets, but I recall each whispered love, the rise and fall. The sunset now, a fading light on trails that vanish vanish into the night. In the silence of this wild, wide space, I find the ghost of your tender grace. Though time may heal the marks we made, some shadows linger and never fade. So here's to Lonely Hill under starlit skies, to the love we lost where the old oak lies. I'll ride these lands alone, and yet in the heart of the hill I'll never forget.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind sings through the branches where them old secrets keep. There's a pair of worn out boots lying by the door. They danced under the moonlight, don't tap the porch no more. Oh, these boots, they haunt the gravel roads I roam. Echoes of your laughter in the twilight's gentle gloam. Every sunset drips like honey, but it tastes of bitter rain. These boots keep walking, but they're just chasing the pain. Stands all lonesome where the wildfires used to burn, and now it's just the cold hearth waiting for your return. That dusty saddle by the window hasn't seen a ride since spring. Like my heart, it's just a relic of what time can to love bring. Oh, these boots, they haunt the gravel roads I roam. Echoes of your laughter in the twilight's gentle gloam. Every sunset drips like honey, but it tastes of bitter rain. These boots keep walking, but they're just chasing the pain. Now the scarf you left behind is just a shade of faded blue, like the dreams I had of us, now they're just a view. The trails all seem to wander as aimless as my soul, looking for redemption in a world that's left me whole. So these boots, they haunt the gravel roads I roam, a symphony of silence as I walk this path alone. Each sunset still like honey, but now I savor the rain. And these boots keep walking, knowing love's not in vain. These boots, they haunt, but now I understand. In every dusty footprint I feel the touch of your hand. Even if you're gone, your memory walks on through, and every sun-baked trail, every drop of morning dew. Underneath the shadow of the old oak tree, there's a scarf you left, now part of the breeze. Scarlet like the sunset, it whispers and sighs, echoes of your laughter in the whispering rhyme. That old porch creaked under secrets we'd share as dust danced in the light like soft ash in the air. Oh, how the dust bleeds just like my heart on trails long faded where we're worlds apart. Every step on these gravel roads, a solemn creep underneath these vast skies where the old winds plead. The cabin stands empty where our whispers once lay, window staring blankly where our shadows would wait. An old saddle untouched rests by the cold heart. A relic arrives through wildflower paths. Now rain taps like Morse code on the tin roof above, playing tunes of a time when I knew your love. Oh, how the dust bleeds just like my heart on trails long faded where we're worlds apart. Every step on these gravel roads, a solemn creep underneath these vast skies where the old winds plead. Now I ride through the twilight where the silence is deep. The echoes of my heartbeats are the company I keep. As the night claims the colors and shadows intertwine, I find solace in the stars, your memory divine. Oh, how the dust bleeds, and so do I, in the echoes of the land under the vast twilight sky. With each gust of wind I face what I've lost. Dust bleeds like tears on the crosses I've crossed. And in the quiet, the end of day, please set free the memories like old leaves.
In the shadow of the oak where the wild rivers meet, I found your scarf, a relic soft and sweet. It was tangled in the branches, dancing with the breeze, like it was waiting there just begging me, please. Oh, scarf forgot in the wind, you whisper her name. Underneath this boundless burnished sky of flame, every thread of memory, every stain or tear lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. Those gravel roads we roamed have overgrown with time. Cabin's empty echoes our laughter once sublime. Your absence fills the prairie as wide as skies are vast. In the saddle I ride, haunted by the past. Oh, scarf forgot in the wind, you whisper her name. Underneath this twilight sky, soft as sorrow, wild as flame. Every thread of memory, every stain, a tear lost lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. By the porch I stand where we'd watch the setting sun, fading trails like our dreams tell of battles never won. But in this quiet place I feel you close though we're apart. Your scarf, a token of the love that fills my heart. Oh, scarf forgot on this lonely, dusty rise. I'll keep you close, a treasure for my weary eyes. Every thread of promise, every stain a part of me. Here in the silence where I hold you endlessly, in the chill of the dusk I wear your scarf, embrace the cold. A cowboy lonesome in the tale that's left untold.
Out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills, God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in, as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell, in the whispering wind I still dwell. Time turned, those gravel roads grew wide, the quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloons, creaking floors, echoes the steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in, as the dusk hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell, in the whispering wind I still dwell. Underneath the vast indigo skies, I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown, in the wilderness I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out, through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight your absence I mourn, in the silence Under the shadow of an ancient oak tree, where the creek hums songs to the setting sun, we carved our names, wild hearts running free in that sacred place our love had begun. Your laughter tangled with the autumn breeze, boots lined with dust from roads we walked as one. Every whisper in the leather, a story of peace in those quiet towns where our dreams spun. Oh, how those boots whisper tales at night, echoes of you in the cold moonlight. Each creak of leather, a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story told. Years drifted by like leaves in that creek. The old porch swing sways, empty and worn. Through dust and rain, those boots would speak of laughter faded in hearts that were torn. The oak tree stands, but the initials fade. Lone cabin by the road, where love mourns in the silence of the trails where we once laid. Only footprints and memories are reborn. Oh, how those boots whisper tales at night, echoes of you in the fading light. Each creak a leather, a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story told. And as the sun dips behind the hills so far, I feel the pull of every distant star. In every grain of sand, in every wind's blow, lies the sweet sorrow of letting go. Your scarf still holds a scent of spring rain, a remnant of joy, a token of pain. So let those boots whisper as I walk alone, their tales of a love that's overthrown. Ghosts in the leather walking me home under starlit skies, forever to roam. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story forever